So figure 3.1 shows a portable shower used on a campsite. The bag is filled with water. The water is heated using infrared radiations from the sun. So explain why the shower is painted black. Shower bag is painted black. So of course, very simple answer. Black color is a good observer of infrared radiations. So black doesn't make sense. Black, so I can write it is a better observer. Even you can say emitter also. Explain a disadvantage of radiations from the sun being the only source to heat the water. So now reliable and availability, these things. So it will not be workable in the night or when it is cloudy. Solar energy is renewable energy resource. State two other renewable energy resources. Two other, many we can write. So now I will write other than the previous one, geothermal, renewable source of energy. I will write also biofuels, renewable source of energy. Geothermal, yes, Marine, you also said the same. Okay, good. Now, check here. During the day, the sun shines on the shower bag, and some of the energy in the infrared radiation from the sun transfers to the thermal energy store of water. Water absorbs 60% of the energy incident on the bag. 60% energy incident on the bag. This is now repeated after many years. This percentage, 60%, it was the style of the questions to be which was being asked in past like 17, 16, 15, like this, maybe 7, 8 years before, but no problem. The temperature of the water rises from this to this, so this will give us the delta T. The mass of the water in the bag is 40 kilogram. The energy, the specific heat capacity of the water is this. Calculate the energy incident on the shower bag during the day. Show you are working. So here 1 mark is just because of this percentage. So my dear friends, what to do here? So first of all, we should calculate energy, and we can calculate energy by E is equal to mc delta theta or delta t, mcat even you can write. Now mass is 40 kilogram, C is how much? C is 4200 times delta theta. that is 43 minus 10. So let's calculate the answer. 40 times 4200 times 33. It is 5.5 times 3 plus 3, 6. So energy comes to be 5.5 times 10 raised to power 6 joules. This is the energy which is incident, which is absorbed by this bag. But they want what? They want the input energy. They want what? The input energy. How to get the input energy? Now we need to use the efficiency formula, my dear friends. So efficiency is actually given to us. So efficiency is equal to useful output energy over total input energy times 100%. So now efficiency was given to us that it is 60%. This energy which we have calculated, this is useful because this is absorbed by that bag painted black. So I can write 5.5 times 10 raised to power 6 over x times 100% here. So now my dear friends, x will be equal to 5.5 times 10 raised to power 6 over 60% times 100%. So percent is cancelled with percent. So now let me get this number times 100. I am getting this, then divided by 60. Now answer is 336. So now the answer is 9.2 times 10 raised to power 6 joules. So here 9.2 times 10 raised to power 6 joules. This way we can calculate this answer because of this energy is 60%, which is absorbed, and we have calculated by the given data E is equal to mc delta theta, or even you can use Q is equal to mc delta theta and or E is equal to mcat. Anyway, it's okay, mc delta t. So anyway you can use these equations, like first of all the recommended one, which is in the course outline, Q is equal to mc delta theta. Even no worries if you are writing E is equal to mc delta t, it will work because change in temperature, delta T gives the change in temperature in Kelvins and delta theta gives the change in temperature in degrees Celsius. But always remember, I have shared with you already that change in temperature, either it is in degrees Celsius or the change in temperature in Kelvins, numerically they are both equal. So it will not make the difference if you are writing delta theta or you are writing delta T. And energy, very frequently, very common convention, we can denote it by E. Basically term Q is for thermal energy. Okay, my dear friends. Now let's move forward, and this is physics of waves question. Figure 4.1 shows a ray of light as it enters the side of a plastic block. The ray of light passes from air into the plastic. So the angles are given. State how the speed, wavelength and frequency of the wave in the plastic block compares with their values in air. So speed in plastic bag decreases. Wavelength in plastic bag decreases. Frequency, it stays the same. And this one is giving now true of this one relationship, V is equal to F lambda. So when frequency is constant, so we can say speed is directly proportional to wavelength. That's why in air wavelength is more, so speed of light is also more. In plastic, in glass, in diamond, it is slowest. So the wavelength is least for the light rays as they enter into the diamond. So frequency, and again I will repeat one thing regarding this. This is the question related to refraction. During refraction, frequency stays the same, whereas wavelength and speed are changing. If the body is entering into a denser medium from rarer medium like from air to glass or from, in this case, air to plastic, speed decreases so as the wavelength decreases, but the frequency of the refracted ray stays the same. But in the process of reflection of light or water waves and in the process of diffraction, all three properties, all three variables stay the same: speed, wavelength, and frequency. For incident wave and diffracted wave after passing through the gap or through the gap, that stays the same. Both sides same. Similarly, in general, and similarly for reflection of light, speed, wavelength, and frequency for incident and reflected rays, they stay the same. Okay. Show that the refractive index of the plastic is 1.4. Show you're working, no worries. So n is equal to sine angle of incidence over sine angle of refraction. So sine angle of 45 degrees over sine angle of refraction is 30 degrees. Please, you have the calculator and answer is given. I am assuming that it is 1.4 and there will be no unit because degree is cancelled with degree. Now calculate the critical angle for the plastic. Now here what to do? See, we know n is with us now. N is equal to sine C over sine R as we discussed. N is equal to 1 over sine angle C, and also n is equal to C over V. Okay, let me write n is equal to sine angle of incidence over sine angle of refraction. Now dear friends, this formula has nothing to do with us. This also has nothing to do with us. This formula will work for us. N is equal to 1 over sine angle C. Just cross multiply. Sine angle C will be equal to 1 over n. Again, angle C is equal to sine inverse and 1 over 1.4. 1 over 1.4. Please, you have calculators. Quickly do it for me. Yes, my dear friend. Please, what is the answer? Sine inverse 1 over 1.4.
45.5 or 0.6.
45.5. Okay, my dear friend. Yes, we can
0.6, 0.6.
write it 46 degrees. No worries. Okay. Then next is, the ray is given. So figure shows the same plastic as in A used to make an optical fiber. A ray of light is passing along the fiber. So carefully continue the ray of light P until it reaches the other end of the fiber. Other end of the fiber, as I told you already, just stretch it till it touches the boundary, opposite side on the boundary, and it will suffer from total internal reflection, of course. So I can do it roughly now. It's over here, almost the same length. I will go let it be here. So keep these lengths equal, okay? Use the ruler and then going out this way. Okay, I'm just assuming if this one is 5 centimeter long, keep this one also 5 centimeter long, this one also 5 centimeter long, so the angles are equal. State 2 uses for optical fibers. Too many uses are there. So you can write any one, and this is very simple question, by the way. They are used in the internet telecommunication, like internet. So I will write here telecommunications. And when we say telecommunication, it is including of TV, cable, internet, everything. Endoscopy, which is written already with us into the key points. Endoscope. Okay, long question by the way. Now this is the electricity. We are not going to touch it right now. Let's see, maybe there is another waves question. Again electricity. Wow, electricity. Okay, come here. This is by the way question on general physics again, and we should solve it. Figure 7.1 shows a barrier at the entrance of a car park, and you know this sort of stuff is always there in the underground parkings are like this. So the wooden barrier arm, has a weight of 60 Newton, which acts through the center of gravity at the position shown in figure. So this is already at center of gravity. Then initially the wooden barrier arm is horizontal, it means it is in equilibrium. Use figure 7.1 to calculate the clockwise movement of the wooden bar about the pivot. Clockwise movement. My dear friends, this is clockwise movement which is causing right turn, and this one is what? Basically anti-clockwise movement. They said calculate clockwise movement. So my dear friends, clockwise movement, better to write the formula, that is force times distance, perpendicular distance from the force to the pivot. Now see, force is 60 newtons and distance from the pivot to the force line of force is 1.7. So 60 times 1.7, it is equal to 102. And if you are rounding off, even you can write it to be 100 Newton meters. Doesn't matter. And unit will be Newton meter because force is in Newton and distance is in meters. The wooden barrier arm is in equilibrium because it is held horizontal. The mass of the soft iron bar is 23 kilogram. Calculate the distance between the pivot and the joint holding the soft iron. So this distance d we have to calculate. But first of all, we will be now using clockwise movement is equal to anti-clockwise movement. So please my dear friends see here that we need the distance. So anti-clockwise movement is equal to clockwise movement. Why so? Because the rod or this arm is in equilibrium. So let me write the formula. Force times distance is equal to also force times distance. Here I will write mg times distance is equal to force times distance again. Why mg? Because in the equation, in the formula for movement, it is force, not the mass. We are given mass. So now what we are going to do here, mass is 23, value of g is 9.8 times d we need to calculate, and f into d. Clockwise movement we have already calculated, but no problem, I can again do it. 60 times 1.7. Now d is equal to 60 times 1.7 over 23 times 9.8. Let's check what is the answer. This is 102 divided by 23 equal to this again divided by 9.8. So answer is 0.452. 0.452. So I can simply write 0.45 meters. 0.45 meters. So that is what? That is the distance. From where? That is the distance from this point of suspension of the soft iron bar till the pivot. Okay, now we will not be solving this part. Actually, this is linked with the electricity, so we will see it later. Okay, my dear friends, inshallah tomorrow we will solve the remaining paper, this one as much we can solve. And if you want me to go with some missing portion, remaining portion of space physics, I'm not sure. I thought we have done it, but if it is remaining, we can go with that space physics portion also. Stay blessed, my dear friends.